Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my weekly Wednesday night live stream where we talk all things physical media, movies, whatever you guys want to talk about. This is an Ask Me Anything. We got one topic we're going to dive into, and that's the Arrow video announcements that are coming this Friday. We got a little tease today. Thank you, Michelle. You can hear me loud and clear. I definitely always want to know that right off the top. And yeah, I'm still fooling around with my new MacBook Pro. I did finally hook up my 4K webcam. So hopefully I'm looking good. I'm sounding good. Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let's see. Oh, we're getting. Oh my goodness! Look, it's not My Killer Podcast anymore. It's My Killer Broadcast is in the house. What's up, Mel? How you doing? We're getting into all sorts of shenanigans tonight. Now, to be honest, I never know what's going to happen. I don't know what you guys are going to say in the chat that's going to spawn weird thoughts and ideas in my head. I don't know what I'm going to come up with on my own. I just don't know anymore. I'm a mystery to myself. Okay. I'm also a danger to myself. That is true. All right. So, yeah, guys, like the stream. I'm going to try to give away some digital codes tonight. I think I've got some that I can give away. I know I can give away. Well, I didn't even bring the release over here. Let me go grab it. I know I'll be able to give away the digital code for Scream 7, which I do have a few weeks in advance. I watched this last night, and I will have a review out for this 4K edition tomorrow. So look forward to that. Not going to say anything about my thoughts on my second viewing of the film. That will come tomorrow. But yeah, I'll give away the digital code for Scream 7. There may be another one I got laying around here that I can also give away as well. But we got 90 people in the chat, guys. How's everybody doing? Let me know what you've been watching. What physical media releases have you been watching? Have you been seeing anything in the theaters? What have you been watching on streaming? I've been watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of stuff, trying to get my movie watching count up for the month, and for the year. Honestly, I'm trying to get an average of like 50 movies watched every month, and I'm falling a little bit short this month. But let me go ahead and jump into the chat, guys, and see what you guys are saying. Like I said, start asking questions. Ask me anything. We got one topic we're going to dive into. That's pretty much it. Lycan is here. Lycan Porthouse is here. Did you know that the Blu-rays that are let's see, in the Kill Bill 4Ks are the same as the Disney release? Did Disney release Kill Bill on Blu-ray? Miramax was owned by Disney when they made Kill Bill. I would assume that the Blu-rays that are in the Kill Bill release, well, no, the Blu-rays are different. It's the Whole Bloody Affair, so it's a different cut. So that Kill Bill release has got all new discs that have never been put out before, from my understanding. Let's see. R6 Cover Tops is in the house. Hi, Ken. Another weekly, which, guys, I dropped the Kill Bill announcements late last night. If you missed that video, check it out. I go into all the details, and I've got the pre-order links and all that stuff. From what I can tell, or from what I know, it's still in stock. It's still available. So you can get on Lionsgate Limited. There's also an edition that's available on Amazon as well. So that's the good thing about this release. It's not just Lionsgate Limited. You can also get a standard version off of Amazon. Let's see. Check in from your regular viewers on how they're doing. Yeah, what's up, R6 Cover Tops? The Arrow Tease might be medical thriller or a sci-fi movie where a person gets a whole X-ray security check will walk through. It could be. It could be. Don't forget these movies. The Siege North to Alaska, Jesse James, The Three Faces of Eve, The Long Hot Summer Moon, Arc 6, you got to put some spaces in there, man. Moon over Miami, The Night in Rio, Flight of the Navigator, 12 o'clock high. Yeah, sounds like a good grouping of films. Von Ryan's Express, Young Light. You got a lot of movies you naming off R6. I appreciate it though. Kenny, do you ever get tired of collecting? Say I have enough right now. I can wait till later and watch what you have. Every time I feel like I'm starting to get to that point, I just have this like reinvigoration come over me, and I continue to have the passion to collect. I truly love this stuff, guys. I really do. Like I love collecting. I love archiving films, and I'm going to continue to do so for the foreseeable future. So, and I love sharing it and talking about it with you guys as well. So I don't see it slowing down. And no, I definitely go through periods where I'm becoming kind of burnt out. I reached a breaking point a couple of years ago, but I was able to change a couple things in how I grab and pick up certain releases and stuff, and I feel like that helped. And I've made videos about this in the past. Only the lonely, Big Enemy Mine. You're still naming movies. My goodness, there's a lot of good movies there. Do you ever regret? Do you ever kind of regard when you sold all those TV series and whatever movies you had back then? Do I ever regret when I sold all my TV series? I don't really regret it. I needed to do it at the time. Like I just, we had just had my son, and I didn't make near as much the amount of money I'm making now. Back then, this was like early. This was like 2009, 2010, and I needed the money. I needed the money to buy diapers and stuff for the baby. So I sold off all my TV series. I don't regret it because I needed it, and I got what I needed out of it. And I wish I still had some of those seasons, but some of those I've gotten back in the collection. I feel like recently, like Blu-ray series on for some of those shows that I used to have. Like I think I have that 70 show, the complete series. I also got King of Queens. Like those, that's a couple of shows I used to have that I now have again in the collection. All right. Kenny, I pre-ordered Death Warrant on 4K. I'm excited. Nice, man. Why do you think Lionsgate couldn't give us a brand new Blu-ray in the Kill Bill 4K sets and instead just give us the same? I don't know what you're talking about, Lycan, because they're all different discs. They're completely different discs. Jeff Francis says, I just saw Troy in The Last Samurai rumored on Dawn of the Disc. Bro, immediate pre-orders. Yeah, I feel like I saw that earlier too. And if that happens, great. Troy should have been out on 4K, and The Last Samurai, honestly. Like both those movies should have been out. Now those are Warner Brothers. So I feel like Warner Brothers will do those themselves. But it is possible that those could be Arrow Video releases. I could definitely see that happening as well. Are those two movies that could be announced this Friday for August? I don't know. It'd be awesome to get both Troy and The Last Samurai in the same month. But yeah, I don't know. It would be great for sure if we could get. I mean, I've been wanting Troy on 4K for the longest time. I freaking love that movie. Patrick's here. What up, Kenny? Ken Levels? We can hear you and see you. Why is that 80s dude in your time slot, sir? What 80s dude? What are you talking about, Patrick? Kenny, let's get it on, says Hoff. What's up, Hoff? We got Adrian James in the house. Antonis is here. What up, broski? 1969's Last Summer is finally coming to disc at the end of June. Is it? Who's putting that out? The KYD channel. What's up, Ken? What's going on, man? Michael's here. Have you ever watched a Cheech and Chong movie? Ken, yeah, I've seen a couple of Cheech and Chong movies. I've seen Up in Smoke, and I feel like I've seen another one. I cannot remember which. But I watched those movies when I was like a kid. I remember watching those at my friend's house when I was a kid. So it's been a good 25 years since I've seen a Cheech and Chong movie. It would be great. I mean, look, an Arrow Video chunky box set of Troy would be awesome, and the timing would be great. I mean, the Odyssey's coming out the end of July, so if that came out like early August, it could match up pretty well. It's 9 p.m. Yeah, well, for me it's 10 p.m., but I'm on Eastern time. Are there any movies you regard regrets that you bought, even if you got a really good price, like at a thrift store or trade-in store, that make you feel like spilling a can of soda that costs you $2.25? Are there any movies that I regret that I bought, even if you got it at a really good price? I don't know if I regret anything I got for like $2.25. I'd have to go back and watch my regrets videos and see if I included anything that I got for super cheap. But I doubt I regret much that I got for that cheap. Oh, probably the Dollar Tree stuff. I bought a lot of Dollar Tree Blu-rays and DVDs that I'll very likely never watch. I bought them strictly because they were stupid titles that I could show off, and it just made for entertaining content back in the day. So I definitely regret that for sure. But I also don't, because that was fun and I had a good time. So I don't know. Let's see. The movie battle, are they back? Are the movie battles back? I'm gonna have to look into that, see what's going on. Because I have to get my name back in the race. If that's the case, Adrian, you know I'm a former champion. I'm a former tournament winner, for crying out loud. This is my first time being awake for the chat. Well, nice, like, and I'm happy that you're here. Smash the like button for my dog Ken. I appreciate that. Jeff says, if you have a question for Ken, put it in the caps. You're welcome. Uh, don't put it in caps. You can just write it normal. I have no VHS tapes in my collection. I'm not about to start now. 4Ks going forward. Yeah, I'm definitely not an active VHS collector. I think it's cool. I do think it's cool. And if I'm out and about at like a thrift store and I see a nice VHS tape and it's not too expensive and it's a movie I really like, I might pick it up. I mean, I have picked up VHS tapes in the past. So we'll see. I still got all my VHS tapes from when I was a kid. So I've still got at least 100 VHS tapes in my collection. I used to have them displayed over there, but I toted them away about a year or so ago to make more shelf space. Let's see. Hello, Ken's here. We got None Your Business here, Bloodwire Radio. When are you watching the Abyss director's cuts? Gonna be a while. I've got a lot of other stuff to get through, and I feel like I satisfied my Abyss itch just with watching the theatrical cut. I'm sure the director's cut's better, but I always hear that. And to me, like most director's cuts, I don't know if they're better. They might be a little bit better, but most of the time when I get done watching a director's cut, I was like, yeah, that was just longer. That was just a longer version of what I already watched. So it's very rare for me that a director's cut will dramatically change like the film fundamentally. Like it does happen from time to time, but it's pretty rare. Let's see. Based on what I'm hearing, I don't think the rainbow set is going to be enough of an upgrade to justify the price. Okay, people already talking about the 4Ks. I mean, I was pretty happy with the picture quality on Rainbow First Blood and First Blood Part 2 when I watched them, especially First Blood. I've often said that's one of the better 4Ks. So, yeah, for me, I don't know, because I didn't pre-order it, but also like it just went out. It sold out very quickly, and I didn't get really the opportunity to. But I feel like I'm okay if I miss it. I kind of want it. Like if it comes back, I may grab it, but it's yet to come back. I said on the physical media report this week that it was supposed to come back. That's what Bill Hunt said on the digital bits this Tuesday, and I didn't see it go back up for pre-order. So I don't know what's going on with it at this point. Hopefully it comes back at some point. But then I also heard a bunch of people that already pre-ordered it got theirs delayed to August the 4th. So again, don't know what's going on with that. What's going on, Adrian? Where are we at, guys? Yeah, I mean it's just he's one of those rumor pages, and look, obviously he knows stuff. Like he's got some inside information because some of the stuff he puts out there does come true and it actually, it happens, but there's a lot of stuff he puts up that does not happen, and I just feel like with those type of pages there's just no accountability there because they're literally faceless accounts that just throw shit up on the internet. So like when I first started doing physical media reports, I relied on a lot of those pages and a lot of official information and announcements and things like that. I just kind of grouped it all together and talked about it. I take less of the information that comes from pages like that nowadays in the past few years than I used to back in the day, just because of the amounts of stuff that will come out from them that doesn't really amount to anything. So I don't want to mislead you guys. I'd rather just wait till it's a little bit more official or there's a pre-order up somewhere or something like that before I put it out to you all. So there's a lot of stuff you may see if you follow Don the Disc on Instagram. And you're wondering why I don't cover that on the physical media report. That's why. Not saying he's wrong, because he's correct. But sometimes he's wrong. And I don't want to put out false information. Philip Workman, hello Ken. I didn't realize your live streams are every Wednesday. I try. I fell off there for a little bit, but I'm really trying to get back into every week rhythm. Let's see. Why don't you show us your home theater, Ken? Well, I finally got my entertainment center built. I've been working on it for about 5 months, and I finally finished it. Hung up my TV and everything. So I've got a little bit more work to do, and once I get it like looking a little bit nicer, I may shoot a little video and show it off. But I got some other things I want to do with it before I do that. Thanks. My wife cut my hair finally yesterday. She cuts it every couple months, but it was getting a little bit too long. And I like it short like this because obviously when it gets a little bit too long, I feel like it highlights more of the fact that I'm going bald, and I'd rather just have this look. So I try to cut it every 4 to 6 weeks. Let's see. Hello, Ken. I'm cooking eggs. My question is, how do you like your eggs? Most of the time, 90% of the time, I like it over easy, with the yolk, and I'll eat it with some toast or something like that. But I'll eat scrambled. Like all the rest of my family likes scrambled. So if I'm making it for everybody, the kids, the wife, I'll just eat it scrambled. But if I'm making it for myself, I like my eggs over easy, fried eggs. I also like hard boiled eggs too. I eat a good bit of hard boiled eggs as well. Let the douchebaggery begin. Are you talking about me? Done your business? I can't believe there's 7 of these Scream things. Yeah. What's up, Carrie Witt? I need a Grumpy Old Men movies to be released on 4K Steelbook. I've thought about picking up the double pack of those movies a lot, but I haven't done it yet. Nice, Porkies. I hope you enjoy the 4K. I thought it was pretty nice picture quality. It wasn't great, but I thought for that movie and for it being very low budget and the way it was shot, and I thought it was a really nice 4K. So far so good. No problems with the audio and video. I receive it just fine. Nice, nice. What's going on, ma'am? I've been trying to pre-order the Rambo 4K collection since yesterday. Every time I try it says there's a problem, then it goes back temporary sold. Yeah, it's not. It's I don't think it came back for pre-order yet. I doubt they put 4,000 units back up on Amazon and they sold out within what 30 minutes. I don't think that happened. Maybe it would sell out in like 2 days, but I don't see it happening that quickly. What's up, Burger? Do you think Warner Brothers is going to release 4K restorations of Magnolia later this year? I think there's a good possibility. I think there's a good possibility could be getting Magnolia pretty soon. Being it's Warner Brothers, we just got Boogie Nights. Paul Thomas Anderson just won the Oscar for Best Picture. I think it's pretty likely to happen. I don't know if we'll get the Master anytime soon, maybe, or Inherent Vice. Like those are two that don't have 4Ks, right? And they never did a 4K for Licorice Pizza either. Phantom Thread got a 4K. Oh, and we're still waiting for freaking There Will Be Blood. Like when the hell is that going to happen? So yeah, Magnolia this year, and then maybe Paramount's will do There Will Be Blood at some point. Hopefully. It's up for pre-order on Barnes and Noble, and that's the only place right now. So just wait a couple more weeks. It'll probably be up on Amazon or something. I watched the new Warner Archive, Seven Faces of Dr. Loudness today, one of my favorite films of all time. I didn't grab that one, Michelle, but I did order 2 Warner Archive Blu-rays this week because I wanna become more cultured and more seasoned in the Warner Archive catalog. So I'll save the titles that I got for when I actually get them, and I do plan to talk about them. But that was not one of them. But if you're saying it's great, I may grab that one too at some point. I also did want to grab Conquest. It was a cool looking box set. And Alabaster's Alabaster Smidge says it looks great. Oh my goodness, we got a super chat from Giallo Man 01, $10. Wow, thank you so much, man, for your support. I appreciate it. Love your show, Ken. Great insight, outstanding reviews. Also love that you like old classics. Been buying a lot of Imprint, Radiance, Eureka titles recently. What do you think of these boutiques? I think they're all great. I think Imprint is a little overpriced. I mean, I'm definitely very critical of their price points sometimes. But when you get one of their releases in, it's definitely quality. They do a lot of really good work. I love my G.I. Jane release that I got earlier this year. But yeah, I don't order from them a ton. Every now and then I'll grab a title if it really catches my eye. And that's mostly just because of the price point. It's just out of control for some of those. Like I really wanted those Western box sets, but I just when I get them in the cart, it's like over $200 for what 5, 6 movies, and it's just I got and some of them and they're on Blu-ray. They're not on 4K. And I'm like, I got a couple of these already in the collection from different labels. It's like, I don't need these. I just want these because I love Westerns and it's in a nice box set. So I've been trying to hold off from getting those, even though I do want them. So yeah, Imprint, but they do great work for sure. And they're definitely a big part of the new wave of the physical media resurgence in the boutique landscape for sure. Radiance is quietly maybe becoming a top at least 5 boutique label. Like, they do fantastic work, and they're just pumping out titles, doing great stuff, tons of like lost hidden gems, obscure movies. I love the Cutter's Way 4K that came out earlier this year, and there's been a few other Radiance titles I've checked out this year that I really enjoyed as well. Eureka, not as familiar with them. I get some stuff from them, and I'll check out a few of their releases from time to time. And from what I've seen, they do some good work as well. But all 3 solid labels, and I do appreciate all of them for sure. But thank you so much for your super chat, Giallo man. I appreciate that. Let me give you a little super clip for your troubles.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Little gem for you, but I appreciate that, man. All right, let's get back into the chat. All right, where was I? I am a danger to myself, Evil Ash. I am. Yeah, I realize I'm a danger to you guys as well. All right, where did I leave off? I always lose myself. All right. I guess I was right there. I made a big purchase from Barnes& and Noble sale. Got 2 movies from the Vinegar Syndrome sale too, so I will hold off a bit. Yeah, I got some stuff from the Vinegar Syndrome sale as well. One thing from the Grief sale, just one thing. But yeah, it's been crazy recently with sales. What's everybody's guess for the Arrow announcements apart from Troy? Well, let's get into it now that you bring it up. If I can actually figure out how to pull this up. Let's see. Allow to. Now what happened? Hopefully I'm still live. All right. I'm still like bad about sharing my screen on here. All right. Cancel. All right. So here, this is what I think I need to do. All right. Bear with me, guys. I'm new to using the Mac. All right. Did that work? I think it did. Yay. Okay, so this is the tease from Arrow Video on their announcements this coming Friday, which I will make a video for. I will make a video on Friday, probably 1 or 2 o'clock is when I'll get that video up. But they shared an X-ray of a foot, and there's a lot of people speculating on what that means. So let's refer to the comments section of this post on Arrow Video's Instagram and see what they have to say, and then I can get into what you guys have to say in the chat. There's a lot of interesting speculation on what the movie here could be. So we have Lovely Bones, which is the Peter Jackson movie. I don't think it's that. The Cottage, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Itole, with Jennifer Connelly, Fight Club. Yeah, I don't see any of these movies. Movie Den said Troy, which a lot of people are pointing out. They're showing like the Achilles heel tendon, so maybe it's that, which I think is a good guess. I think that could be the case. Then you have Saul, Troy, My Left Foot. Other people saying Saul. I definitely don't think it's Saul. Lionsgate doesn't really work with Arrow Video. They tend to put the stuff out themselves. Troy with both cuts on 4K. Oh, Misery's a good guess. Misery's actually a good guess, and I think that's really kind of likely. I do. Now it could be one of those double meaning posts because they did that last time with Falling Down to Live and Die in LA. So maybe it could be Troy and also Misery. But I'd say Misery because if it's following the same formula that Silence of the Lambs did, you had the Criterion, the Kino Lorber, the Arrow Video. With Misery, you had the Scream Factory, the Kino Lorber, the Arrow Video. So it could be because I don't even know if I think Kino still has Misery on 4K. I think they still own it, or they still have the rights to it. So if it's Misery, it's probably going to be a UK edition. But I could see it being Misery 100%. Freddy versus Jason. I don't know if this means Freddy versus Jason. Bone Tomahawk. I would lose my shits. I would be so excited if it was Bone Tomahawk. Then somebody else says, when are we going to get a Dario Argento Opera Inferno? Well, Opera's already got a 4K. It's got a 4K from Severin. Inferno needs a 4K, but from what I've heard, Inferno is somehow owned by Disney. So I don't know if we're gonna get that or not. But that's all the comments I'm seeing on here. So yeah, again, interesting. Um, it could be an interesting film that they're announcing. Maybe something that nobody's really called out here, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me exit out of this. Let me know in the chat, what does the X-ray of the foot mean to you? And guys, we got 200 people in the chat. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. I would appreciate that. All right, let's see. And I'm already super behind on the chat. So I apologize, guys. Masters of the Universe. Why did I get a bunch of comments today saying Masters of the Universe was announced from 88 Films? I didn't see that. Is that true? I've only seen the toy robot post. A bit late to these ones, but I just bought the Kino 4Ks for Uncle Buck and Kingpin, two of my favorite childhood classics, and can't wait. Awesome, man. Yeah, Kino is great for just putting out those, classic comedies. I love it. I love what they're doing right now. I got a video coming out soon talking about 4 Kino logo releases in one video, so just look out for that. I'll probably put that up Saturday or something. Just a little heads up, Ward Russell posted that The Last Boy Scout got a new 4K transfer for Blu-ray. That's definitely a long awaited one for sure. He's a cinematographer. Troy is coming, I think both are Arrow future releases. The Last Boy Scout would be great. If we got that and Troy this Friday, that would be awesome. Achilles Terror, wow, nice catch. What is the best first time watch of this year for you? That I always have to refer to my letterbox when somebody asks me this. Somebody asked me what the worst first time watch for me this year was, which was Garbage Pail Kids. But what's the best? So I will say I watched Lone Star, which was a Criterion 4K, over the weekend, and I really, actually no, I watched that on Memorial Day morning. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't know if it's the best first time watch of the year for me, but it's kind of up there. I really liked it. Um, let's see. The best first time watch of the year, not counting, I don't count new movies, but we'll count like, older films here for sure. I'm all the way back in December. What am I doing? Let's see. Best first time watch. I might have to get back to you on this. Oh, The Gambler. I think it's The Gambler with James Caan. I love The Gambler. I loved it. So I think that's my answer. And that was a cinematograph release from Vinegar Syndrome. Another super chat from Mr. Silvag Noli. $5. Have you seen Fast Food 1989 with Jim Varney and Tracy Lords? No, I have not. Just heard about it recently and got it on DVD. Awful movie, but you get classic Varney. I'm very intrigued. Fast Food from 1989. Let me look this up. What is this? Fast Food. Does it have a DVD? That's wild. Has anybody put out a boutique Blu-ray of this? Okay. How How much is it? Oh, it's currently unavailable on Amazon. I'll have to track that down. That's interesting. Thank you for letting me know about that. I appreciate that. Let me give you a little super clip. There you go, guys. Respect the Mac and me. All right, guys. What's up, original captain? I will probably scream. Yes. The Kill Bill Whole Bloody Affair VHS lasted a whole 2 hours. The VHS market is wild right now. It is wild. It's crazy. What's up, William Cinema? I'm hoping for Sphere to be announced by Arrow on Friday. That would be cool. That would be cool. I was watching some old videos of yours today and hear about something I've never heard before. What happened to Mid-Levolution? Mid-Levolution is on hiatus. It's on hiatus. I'm not saying it won't return, but it's on hiatus. Yeah, you got to go way back in the past to know what Mid-Levolution is. That was in the round table days. I wish the Arrow tease was Hostile. I think Lionsgate Limited is going to be doing Hostile. They'll probably do a double pack of those movies. Glad you like. Oh yeah, Body Heat was awesome. Oh, I really liked that movie. Really liked it. I will put that in what I call now the Body trilogy: Body Heat, Body of Evidence, and Body Double. All three bangers. All three bangers. I enjoyed them all. Enjoyed them all. Of course, Body Double's the best. I love that movie. What's up, Chase? How you doing, buddy? Blood Simple followed it. Blood Simple's an incredible movie too. Why don't Kino Lorber movies come with digital codes? Pretty much all the boutique labels except for Vestron, if you want to count them, don't have digital codes. It's just not something that they do. And I think it's because they don't have the digital rights to it. That's the main reason. They just have the physical rights. I'm waiting for my Blu-rays to come from Groove. My tracking says a carrier called Una is delivering instead of USPS. Well, I've been sitting in Georgia since 22nd. It happens, man. I've been waiting on stuff for a long time as well, and it's definitely frustrating. So I get it. Do you think I could see that? I could see him doing a Coen Brothers collection, like they did the Wes Anderson collection. I could see that happening for sure. Toy Robot looks cool. I'm excited as well. I mean, it's going to be an Arrow Video partner label, and they're going to be pretty much the same as Arrow Video releases, I imagine. But it's cool to have another kind of, unique label to come out, and maybe we'll get more announcements every month because of that. Favorite movie for memorable quotes is probably Wayne's World. That's my all-time favorite comedy. If you're gonna spew into this. That's probably one of my favorites. Watching my Robin Hood Arrow, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I wanted to rewatch that and do a review. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but I'll try. I got to watch Ginger Snaps and The Haunting from Scream Factory I purchased as well. Do you see Blu-ray players being gone in the future and we'll rely on playing it on our gaming consoles? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. Things are getting interesting. They are. Like, there's clearly a new renewed interest in physical media, but it's not really for Blu-rays. It's for DVDs. But I feel like people are, becoming increasingly alarmed by these studio mergers and streaming services, and they want to get their stuff put out on physical media. Like, I just shot a video today talking about some TV show creators that wanted to try to get their show out on physical media because they're afraid of what's going to happen. So I feel like there's this quiet resurgence for physical media that may keep the Blu-ray players alive and keep the demand for them alive long enough for that not to happen, at least anytime in the foreseeable future. But I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. I feel like the next 5 or 6 years for physical media is gonna be super interesting, really interesting. We're at a real pivot point right now, I think. What's my top 3 horror? Top 3 horror movies off the top of my head, I would say Carrie, The Thing, The Exorcist, but also The Shining. That's my top 4. In no particular order because I can't decide. I've been waiting for Das Boot to re-release on 4K for so long. Have you seen it, Ken? I have not, but yeah, we're still waiting. Ahoy from Cyprus, excited for Troy. Yeah, Yeah, I'm excited too if that happens. I've done several room tours. I've done several. Oh yeah, I am very excited for Exit 8. Very excited. But it's kind of a cheat for me because I get all the umbrella stuff in to unbox. Speaking of that, I've got a whole pile on the floor I gotta do a video on soon. So I'm gonna get that from Umbrella, but I'm very excited because I saw Exit 8 in the theaters. My wife and I went and saw it, and that movie's awesome. I really it's one of my favorite movies of the year. So I'm excited to get a nice, like, chunky box set of that film. And the Extremity Collection's got Raw in it, which is a cool movie. And it's also got Irreversible, so that's a good, new set from, Umbrella. So yeah, good slate for Umbrella coming up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's on Blu-ray.com, it says it's like a difference. It's something different, at least the specs are different, but I don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna look compared to the old releases. We'll find out when it comes out. What's your favorite comedy of all time? I just said it, Wayne's World. Going through Spielberg's entire filmography. Yeah, I wanted to do that too, and Nolan, but I'm not gonna have the time. I'll try to watch a couple of I'll try to watch a couple Spielberg movies I haven't seen because there's still a good chunk of his filmography that I have not seen. So I need to watch it. But yeah, my favorite Spielberg film is it's between E.T. and Jaws. It's probably Jaws, but I also love E.T. It's very hard for me to pick between the two of those. And also Jurassic Park. I mean, these are 3, like, very important movies to me and my movie fandom, so that's hard. I'm trying to get Rambo in 4K, but giving me issues. Jackie Chan's Greatest Hits and Arrow's Mortal Kombat Collection. Yeah, that's gonna be June is a banger for physical media. There's gonna be some great releases coming out next month, for sure. Alright, guys, I'm really behind. I apologize. I'm gonna have to skip some stuff. I don't want to. Yeah, I want the 4K of the game as well. Dollar Tree was a hot mess. You're right about that. Mel, I feel like I did see the VHS tape of the Burbs not too long ago. Are you trying to collect like a bunch of the Burbs? I thought of you. I always think of you when I see the Burbs, but I just figured that you already had it on VHS, so I didn't know. But if I see a copy, I'll definitely grab it next time I'm out. But I feel like I saw it at Half Price Books or some thrifting spot. It was like in the past 3 months or so. Um, what's a movie you will love to get a 4K right now? Um, I always blank whenever I hear that. I got to talk about this stuff all the time. Like I'm always throwing out my Encino Man. I want Encino Man on 4K and the Ernest movies. There you go. Let's see. Uh, I mean, that's always the case. That's always the case. I think it was the best case scenario. Like I think a lot of people were expecting like $80 for that, the Lionsgate limited version. The fact that it was 60, that's not bad to me. Um, but it is what it is. Yeah, Dick Tracy, that's a 20th Century Fox movie, I think, or maybe it's Touchstone. Let's see. All right. I have not seen that. Did that get like a Severin announcement or something? I feel like it did. But, yeah, I'll have to add it to the list. I'll have to add it to the list. The Rainbow set was back up for a brief bit, then it was gone again. Okay, but I always wonder, like, is it because somebody canceled it and it came back for a little bit for somebody to buy again, or did it actually come back? That's my primary goal to inform you all. My secondary goal is to entertain. Primary is to inform. Uh, Mel's grown up. She has. She has. Dawn the Disc is like a broken clock. It's right twice a day. They throw out a ton of titles and they're right about some. I mean, that's what it feels like sometimes. The thing that got me is that one time he threw up a bunch of stuff that he said coming soon to 4K. And all it was that Sony put out their survey asking people which titles they would want to come to 4K, and they had people vote on them. And he took all those movies and said they're coming soon to 4K. And maybe they are coming to 4K at some point. But they're not coming soon. And that was just Sony putting out a survey asking people, trying to gauge what they should prioritize and put out first. So some of those movies that he says coming soon could be coming out in like 2 or 3 years from now, but they're not all coming soon. I think Talladega Nights is probably the first off of that survey list. So yeah, it's just it's misleading. You should be a little bit more clear in what you're saying, instead of just like I try to put like some sources and where I'm getting the information from, and add like pictures and things like that. And it's just like some people just are like coming soon, and it's very it's very um what am I trying to say here? It's very vague. There we go. It's very vague. And the information isn't there, and I think it should be. Hit or miss. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to review Imprint Films Halloween set? Honestly, I think it looks and sounds amazing. I am not. I am not. I don't get sent stuff from Imprint Films, and that was way too much to rebuy a bunch of movies that I already have on 4K. And honestly, like I didn't really I thought the Steelbook set looked okay, but I'm just not that into Steelbooks. I'm not gonna pay like what, $300-400 to get a Steelbook set. It's cool, but it's just not something that I necessarily need or even want. So you're not going to be seeing an unboxing or review of that from me. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And I'll give you a little super clip for your troubles. All right. You're waiting still for your Kino sale? Damn. Oh, you said debauchery. Sorry, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Let's see. Tom Hardy got fired from Mobland. I didn't even know about that. What happened to Tom Hardy? I feel like he has fallen off a bit though. There Will Be Blood 4K. Where you God? God darn it! I can't say that live. You want me to take the Lord's name in vain live? How dare you? I just got back from seeing Obsession, my second time in the theater. It's definitely my favorite movie of the year so far. What is your favorite movie the first half of the year? That's a good question. Obsession's up there. It might be in my top 5. I really enjoyed the movie. I think my favorite's still Sin Help. I really love that movie, and I still think it's really great. I can't think of anything else that's surpassed it. But I'm sure something will. Exit 8 is also up there. And Project Hail Mary is probably in my top 5 as well. But yeah, Obsession was really good. It was really good. Warner Archive teased there will be new 4K announcements for July. Looking forward to it since they do so few. I mean, Warner Archive kills it. They do what, like 8 announcements every month, at least. Yeah, Caddyshack needs a 4K. Hopefully that's coming this year. Found a new sealed Prophecy box set. Nice. That's a nice set. Oh, cool. Yeah, that was such a great deal. I mean, all 7 of those movies on 4K for $50. Hell yeah. 4K of Tommy Cruise and Risky Business. I have Risky Business on 4K from Criterion, but I have not watched that 4K yet. It's a great movie though. New range for Blu-ray. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to have some new special features in that, Aaron. It's I forget what it was, but the 4K they put out earlier this year had nothing. There was no new special features on it at all. This has, I think, a new commentary, and it's got a few new features, including a making of on it. So that'll be the release to own if you love that movie. So you can get those new features. Let's see. Plain 9 good times, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I grabbed the Dracula Legacy box set. Any word on others getting the same treatment? I haven't heard anything yet. Honestly, that was I haven't even seen anybody show that off. I would love to see what that looks like. I imagine it looks like the other Universal sets, but I haven't seen anybody show that off. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me give you a little super clip.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Little Pinhead. I will look, I will, guys. Don't make me do it, but I will tear all of your souls apart tonight live. I'll do it. Yeah, I need to watch the Pusher trilogy too. I do. I haven't got a chance to see Star Wars yet in the theater. I honestly have no interest, but I've watched over 40 movies in the theaters this year. I need to go see the new Star Wars movie. I'll get to it at some point. I'm not in a rush because I know it'll be in theaters for at least the next few weeks. Is there a new Young Guns movie? Sure, I'm excited for it. I'll go see that. I'll go see any new Western they wanna put out in the theaters, I will go support that shit. I want the Western to come back. I want the Western to come back. Old Henry was great. I still need to watch Old Henry. I haven't watched that yet. Um, 310 to Yuma, the original, is a freaking banger. I love that movie. Loved it. To me, that's about as close to a five-star Western as you get. I thought it was so good. And I love the remake too. The remake's great, but the original 310 to Yuma is one of the best Westerns ever made. Um, but a few of my favorite Westerns, Unforgiven, High Plains Drifter, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance might be my favorite Western ever. I love that movie. And yeah, a lot of westerns. I got into westerns pretty hot and heavy about 4 years ago, a little bit over 4 years ago now. And every western I watch is like a new great discovery. Like I love that genre. And let's see, the Dollars trilogy, love all three of those movies. Once Upon a Time in the West, fantastic film. So those are a few of my favorites for sure. Oh, got another super chat. Let's see. Love one another. JC, $5. Are you aware of the recent limited German release of Dead or Alive 4K based on the video game? I am not aware of that. There is a German release of Dead or Alive. Maybe I saw that. Dead or Alive 4K. Media book. Okay, when did they announce this? Was it recently? It comes out. Oh, it comes out March the 12th, so it's already out. Okay. Well, it's available then. Who is that Asian chick? She was in something. I've never seen this movie before. Was she in one of the Fast and Furious movies? Yeah, I'm aware of it now. I feel like I was before, but I just kind of forgot. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Should I get it? Is that something that should be on my radar? All right. Here's your little super chats.
It's coming! It's headed right for us!
It's already here. G.I. Jane 2. Can't wait to see it. Let's see. You gone to the streaming camp. Oh no, you fell to the dark side. I mean, that's okay. I watch a fair amount of streaming as well. To try to like catch up on a lot of movies, I've been watching Tubi. I've been watching movies on YouTube. I watched Hard Eight, Paul Thomas Anderson's first movie on YouTube for free at work on lunch. I've been watching movies on my breaks and stuff, and I got through it in a couple of days at work, and it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I should have been watching it on my phone, but that's how I watched the movie for the first time because I have been waiting for that movie to come to 4K. I thought Kino Lorber was supposed to do it, but they haven't released it yet. So I was like, you know what? This is on YouTube for free. YouTube's got a ton of movies for free on there all the time. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it. So I did. And it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that was a great movie. That was a great 4K too. A lot of good features in that as well. I mean, Kino Lorber was supposed to do it. They were having a lot of issues working with Sofia Coppola on the restoration. She just didn't have any time to devote to helping them do the restoration, and she wanted to be involved, so they just cut ties. And but I feel like from what I've heard, there she's now working with Criterion, and that's where we're likely to see it come from. So I would say just wait maybe another year and maybe less, and you're likely to see it come from the Criterion collection. Let's see. Okay, OB strips are removable. That's good. That's good. I did not want that to be on there permanently. That's a good thing. Body parts I haven't seen. Body parts I haven't seen. Well, I hope you're right, Chase. I hope it is Troy. To me, that was always a no-brainer. Because the Odyssey's coming out this summer. Why would you not try to get Troy out at the same time? But honestly, like Troy should have been put out like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. Ken Carlson hates Troy. Even Pitt knows it stinks. I mean, Troy is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. I saw it in the theaters twice. I bought it on DVD, watched it multiple times. That was before I was on the internet because the internet barely existed back in 2004 when that came out. And I'm sure there are people in Reddit forums and stuff or just forums talking shit about the movie, but I didn't exist in that world. I didn't pay attention to critics or Rotten Tomatoes. I just went to the movie theater and watched movies, and I really enjoyed the movie. And I bought it. And it wasn't until years later I got on the internet. I was like, hey, Troy, that's awesome, right? And everybody was like throwing tomatoes at me. That movie sucks. That movie sucks. And now, because of all the controversy with the Odyssey, a bunch of people are coming out in support of Troy. It's wild. It's wild. This time period we're in right now. And I'm like, I've always loved Troy, okay? I've always loved it. I've always loved the Odyssey. I used to watch the Armand Assante made for TV movie like all the time. Probably saw that movie 20 times. I taped it off of TV when it aired, and I used to rewatch it constantly. One of my favorites. I wish somebody would do that in 4K. Let's see. See, Michelle, she's a Troy hater, is what she is. You're just hating on Troy, Michelle. Quit that. Quit it. Oh, you're 40 today. Nice. I turned 40 last October. Yeah, Troy is 100% needs to be in the collection. I got a Blu-ray finally because I was tired of waiting, but it needs a 4K. Yeah, 88 Films. Yeah, I saw what they announced. I didn't see Masters of the Universe. What's the kid? I hate it, Mel. That's up there with Bubba Hotep and Happiness. It's gone. It's on the list. It's on the hate list, and it'll stay there. Let's see. Okay, yep. I mean, that's great. I'm excited. Arrow's on a roll, man. They don't die down. Like Arrow's just constantly killing it. Constantly killing it. I love that. I love it. I'm excited. I've had Silent Rage in the collection for years and I still haven't watched it. I need to. I bought the retro VHS slipcover edition. I can show that to you guys. It's right over here. I think it's over there. Is it? Let me see. Where are you at, Silent Rage? It's still got the Walmart sticker on it. Bam. Chuck Norris and Silent Rage. From what I heard, this is like a Chuck Norris slasher flick. And as you can see on the sticker, I purchased this in October of 2018. October of 2018 for $750. $750. These things used to be all over Walmart. All these retro VHS slipcovers. I love that time period. And then you got like reversible artwork on the inside. And yeah, this is a Mill Creek release. I need to watch this. But probably this will get released by Vinegar Syndrome on 4K or something, and that's probably going to be the first time I watch it when I finally get to it. All right. I know I'm terrible. Do not buy those Lionsgate VHSs. They are garbage. Oh, Mel does not like the Lionsgate VHS tape. She says you either buy real, authentic VHS or you ain't doing it right. That's what Mel says. I'm with you, Mel. I don't buy them at all. I'm not paying more than $2 for a VHS tape. I'm just not doing it. Benjamin Button, that got a Blu-ray from Criterion. That annoys me though, because they put out a Blu-ray of Benjamin Button in a Blu-ray case, not like a traditional Criterion case, and it annoys me that it's like that. I need to replace it, but hopefully they do a 4K at some point. Pandorum, isn't that Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster sci-fi movie? I got it on DVD, I think. Yeah, I know what it looks like. I showed the standard version in my video yesterday. I showed it yesterday, Mayor. You're not watching. I got it on the thumbnail too. Just go look at my videos. VHS or vinyl? Probably vinyl, I'd say. What's up, Latulo? How you doing, ma'am? The Body Trilogy. Yep. The Body Trilogy. Got my Conan the Barbarian 4K steel from Walmart today. Nice. Nice. Just to further diversify physical media, you know. It's just another reason for them to sell you more shit. That's what it is. But it's cool though, right? You don't think it's cool, Michelle? Consumerism. Buy. Consume. Obey. John Carpenter told us what was going to happen 40 years ago, and that's what's happening. Dumb and Dumber 4K Steelbook. We need it. We need it. Rad recommendation of The Borrower. Did Garrett recommend The Borrower? I think I might have that. Is that the one with the weird, like, orange-green face on the cover? I think I have that. I don't know. If I don't, I'll buy it too. If Garrett recommends it, it may be awful, but I will buy it just because he recommended it. Try waiting for TerraVision. Hey, I saw again that Student Bodies is supposed to be coming out this month. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get it. Who knows? I can't talk crap on TerraVision anymore. They sent me my 2 releases, you know, that I ordered with Student Bodies. They sent it to me separately, and I said in that video, I'm not going to give them any more crap. I will wait for Student Bodies, and that's what I'm going to do. So I may still be waiting in 3 years, but you know what? That's what's going to happen. If they end up like screwing us and not sending the release out, then I'll make a video about it. But until that happens, I won't. I need to watch Grifters. I need to watch Night Moves too. Yeah. I'm excited for Fright Night 2. Not as excited as I am for Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2, but I'm excited for it. Yeah, American Psycho is good too. That's a good one for quotes. Oh, they have DVD players in Walmart? Nice. Nice. Question of the night, when will Gator Bait come out? I don't know. I didn't order Gator Bait, thankfully. I think that's the longest pre-order, right? Didn't that go up like last summer? I ordered Student Bodies in August of last year, so I've still got a few months before it's a year since I ordered that. Let's see. Lloyd Christmas is here. Hell yeah. $5 installed a 98-inch TCL Gab and 714 Atmos. What's the top of the line player these days as streaming no good in a screen this size? The 4K player is the UB 820 from Panasonic, right? That's the one everybody gabs about. I got a Sony, but let me make sure I'm correct in that. I still need to grab this player myself, actually. Yeah, it's the UB 820, and it's going for close to $600. But there's a cheaper version. There's the UB 420, but everybody swears by the 820. So pick your poison. You would probably be okay with the 420 though. I would say you'd probably be okay with the 420. That's probably a quality player for sure. But yeah. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let me leave you a little super clip. Let's see. Yeah, I love the Exit 8. I'm seeing the Backrooms tomorrow night. I'm taking my son to see it. He's really interested in seeing it. Like this movie's gonna freaking kill it in the theaters because it's got the youth. Like my son rarely asks me to go to movies anymore. He wants to see the freaking back room. So we're going. Um, and I'm excited. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm in the process of doing it now. I'm doing some wild things. I'm just looking up, like, I'm pinpointing like specific years. Right now, I'm really hung up on the year of 1996, and I'm watching movies on Tubi from 96. Like I said, I just watched Hard Eight. I'm watching movies on YouTube. I'm looking up DVDs of some of these movies that don't have Blu-rays, and I'm purchasing those from eBay. And it's not all Disney stuff. There's Warner Brothers stuff in there as well. So I'm doing some crazy things right now, but it's all in the name of film preservation, right? Now I'm going to do something. I got an idea with the year of 1996. It's the 30th anniversary this year, so I want to do some kind of like a comprehensive video on physical media from the year of 1996. And that's kind of what I'm working on for the next, I don't know, few weeks before I film the video. Let's see. I want Blu-ray to stay alive. I don't have a 4K TV player. I love it when it is a combo. Yeah, I get it. I did not get the Rainbow set. No, I missed out on it. Wish I saw your Insidious 4K before just buying them all on Blu-ray. They still look good though. Yeah, the Blu-rays are probably fine. From what I remember, the Insidious 4K was an upscaled 4K. Looked good. It was really good quality, probably better than the Blu-ray. But for those movies, I don't know if the sequels will even get 4Ks. You're probably okay just getting them all on Blu-ray, and they'll probably all look pretty fine. But I mean, the 4K for the first one, I had a nice steelbook. I love the steelbook, and I love the first Insidious movie. I think it's a great horror film. But yeah, probably not worth grabbing if you can just get them all in one go. Minority Report is my favorite Spielberg. That's a great movie. Such a great movie. I forgot how great that movie was until I watched the 4K last year. Jaws. I'm sincerely confused when people say Whole Bloody Affair will still use the same transfers as previous, but they have changed scenes, extras. I mean, it's gonna be a new restoration on a new cut. So I don't know what they're gonna do that's different, but it's gonna be new. It just they might do it in the same way they did the other two movies on 4Ks. But hopefully it looks better. Yeah, I need to rewatch Close Encounters because it's been a good 10 years since I watched that movie. Those goddamn ads keep popping up under the show. I apologize, Adrian. I tried to I try to set it at the most minimum amount of ads. I really do. Um, so I do try. Oh yeah, I pre-ordered Day of the Dead. I'm getting that next month. And also, yeah, The Burbs is coming out next month as well. Oh, Mel wants to be like the yeah, I know the Titanic guy on Instagram. Okay. All right. I'll hook you up. Next time I find it, I'm getting it. Because I think it was like $8 or something. It wasn't super expensive, and it was actually a good quality version. I might have had it in one of my thrifting videos, like I showed it off or something. 4K Fatal Attraction does have a 4K from Paramount. They released that a few years ago. Cape Fear, yeah, Cape Fear definitely needs a 4K. Where the hell is that? Like that's crazy. I did get the US version, and because I get the stuff from Arrow Video to review, so they sent that to me, and I already bought the UK version like years ago because I love that movie. So I bought the UK version back in 2022, and they sent me that version. So now I got two copies of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, um, on 4K. Which this version's not going to be any different. Arrow just dropped 4K trailer of Jackie Chan hits. Nice, nice. I decided to order a copy of John Singleton trilogy after watching your video. I've never seen these movies before. I mean, Boys in the Hood is just one of the best movies of the '90s. I think it's damn near a masterpiece. Poetic Justice is a really good movie, and Baby Boy's a wild film, but it's also really good. So I think they're all winners to me. So I'm glad you got it though, based on my review. That's great. It's a great set. Probably not much good. No. The Fight Club 4K it's a great 4K. I didn't think it was going to get much better than the Blu-ray because I was pretty high on the Blu-ray, but it actually exceeded the Blu-ray. I was pretty impressed by the 4K of that movie, despite the fact that they changed some stuff. But I think they're minor changes. It wasn't a big deal to me. Oh yeah, the money pit too. That's cool. That's cool. It's just disappointing they're not doing new special features for that. Thank you, man. Although you're a bit like the devil on my shoulder, I get it. I look, I don't really want to be that for you all, but at the same time, I want to let you guys know about some of the stuff that's going on because I feel like there's a perception in this community that physical media is just too expensive to get into. So I like to highlight sales and let you guys know when stuff's coming out, when it's going on sale. Also let you know like when it comes out, like, is this something you got to jump on right away, or can you maybe wait a few weeks for it to go down in price? I like to just give you all my insight just based on almost 10 years of experience buying this stuff and also talking about this stuff on YouTube. So I really try to help you guys minimize, maybe not minimize your purchases, but get the most that you possibly can out of your money, and get the stuff that you want. You're not meant to get everything. I'm not saying don't be like me. I'm not the example. Okay. I'm a different story. But get the stuff that you want, that you're interested in. There's a lot of good stuff out there for good prices. Let's see, $4.99 from 73 Ocampo. That's it. $4.99. No question. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let me give you another little super clip.
She got a great ass! And you got your head all the way up it!
Good old Al. You can't beat him. That's a classic. The classics never die. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I saw that. I like Lily James, but that movie does not need to be remade. Does not need to be remade. All right, guys. I'm working through the chat. How behind am I? How many likes do we have? Because I need to give away this Scream code. If we got 150 likes, because there's a lot of people in here, there's 250 people. We should have at least 150 likes. I will give away the Scream code. All right. I'll do it. You know. All right. How many likes do we got? I do plan to go see Masters of the Universe. I do. Oh, I forgot to put the chat up on the screen. That always helps with just answering stuff as it comes in. All right, I can't even see the likes. What is going on? What is going? Oh, there's 99 likes. Ridiculous. There's 241 people in here. There's only 99 likes. What are you guys doing? Like the video, like the stream. Damn it. We get to 150, I'll give away the Scream 7 digital code. You know. I know what you guys are thinking. Don't threaten me with a good time. Scream 7, hell yeah. What the hell, man? Frog Splash the like button. Do it. Cliffhanger is a sacred classic. Some things just don't need to be made. Yeah, I like to point out the sales. I like to do the sale recommendation videos, and yeah. Yeah, I saw somebody get it and it was all scratched up, and I was like, God, what a nightmare. What a freaking nightmare. To me, it just didn't look good. I just didn't want it in the collection. I just don't love the 10 steelbook sets. They look nice, but they don't like really fit on the shelf that great. They're not super practical. All right, we got a super chat from Love One Another, JC. How about the 4K physical release of Gone Girl and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo from David Fincher? Let's see where those are from. I see them both happening on 4K at some point. I do. But let me look at who has it. So Gone Girl's 20th Century Fox. So if we get that, it'll likely be a steelbook that Sony puts out for Disney. If they start licensing stuff, maybe the Criterion Collection could put that out. But if we get that, it'll be because Fincher does the new restoration and it's director driven and he wants to put it out and he kind of forces Disney and Sony to make it happen. That's the only way I see that happening, with it being owned by Disney. But it's possible, because Fincher is, upgrading a lot of his stuff recently. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Let's see. That is Columbia. So Sony. That's Sony. So we could just be seeing a straight up Sony steelbook for that. And I could definitely see that happening. With Disney not being involved, and them having to listen to Disney, I could see that happening. And maybe around the same time they could do that and Gone Girl and knock a couple Fincher movies out. So again, you never know, but I could see both of those happening from Sony and Disney. But I think what you would likely get of those is two 4K steelbooks, and that's probably it. But thank you again for the super chats. Here's another super clip for your trouble.
That's Vegiclean. We got a customer down here with a full-on fallopian fungus. She's baking a loaf of bread, and I think it's sourdough.
I forgot I had that one. Oh shit. Let's see. All right, guys. Hey guys, any Italian film recommendations? You gotta watch The Great Silence, a Western. That's Sergio Corbucci. You gotta watch Tenebrae from Dario Argento. And you gotta watch City of the Living Dead from Lucio Fulci. That's all I got right now. Oh God, is that real? God, people are just letting that rip their lives apart, aren't they? My goodness. It's crazy, this world. Yeah, I love Send Help. It was just good fun, and I had a good time watching it in the theaters. Probably soon. I mean, that movie had a run in the theaters. It had a run. So whenever a movie's doing well in the theaters, they're gonna hold off a little bit on announcing that physical media release. But I'm sure it'll come soon. It's supposed to come out in August. Let's see. Yeah, I do plan to see Masters of the Universe. I do. I'll probably take my son to go see it. It just depends. Like if you get in those sales like super early, like it's the first day and you order, you'll get it in the first couple of days, or maybe like the first 3 or 4 days. But if you wait till like halfway through the sale, it may take a little bit longer. I've never had it be that long. If you haven't got your order yet, then you order like a full on month and a half ago. So maybe call them, email them, see what's going on, because that seems a little bit excessive for me. In my experience. That is true. That is 100% true. That is the only thing scarier than Pinhead is this guy right here. And maybe this girl right here. Or girl guy. And maybe this guy right here. All scary. All scary. Very scary. Scary stuff. All right. The Wild Bunch and Django are my favorite westerns. The Wild Bunch, what a banger, man. What a freaking banger. That movie's awesome. I can't wait for that to get a 4K. I know it's going to. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I need to watch more of Sam Peckinpah. I've only seen maybe 4, 5 of his movies. I need to watch more. I am not a Masters of the Universe guy at all. I did not grow up with that cartoon. I feel like I was a little bit too late for it. By the time I was coming of age, it was all about the Turtles and Power Rangers and Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man, Goosebumps, that kind of stuff I was watching in the early to mid 90s. I feel like I was about 2 or 3 years late on the Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Transformers movement. So I did not watch He-Man. I was not a fan. I didn't watch the Dolph Lundgren movie until very recently. I thought it was terrible. So this new one coming out has everything working for it for me. Like I will probably say it's the best Masters of the Universe anything that I've seen. But I haven't seen much. And the one thing I've seen I didn't like very much. But that's just my opinion. And that's based on no real previous knowledge of the franchise or the characters or what they're supposed to be and all that stuff. I love Django Unchained. Great movie. The original Django with Franco Nero is a freaking banger too. Very different movie, but it's great. Let's see. Hard Eight. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a pretty good movie. You know, honestly, I expected a little bit more, but also I kind of appreciated just how small scale it was. And for that being his first movie, and he made it in what his early 20s or something. Really good first feature from PTA. Of course, he would follow that up with maybe his masterpiece, his best movie, Boogie Nights. So, let's see. Oh, Spider Noir is already out. Yeah, I did a video on that today, Rex Metis. Or actually the video I put out today was just a clip out from my media report on Monday. So I talked about it on Monday. Yeah, just buy them on Blu-ray. I'm hoping Breaking Bad gets a 4K. I will buy that. If they do Breaking Bad on 4K, I will 100% buy that. I'm getting the big set for sure. Oh, hell yeah, thank you. I picked up There Will Be Blood for $3.99 at half price books like 8 or 9 years ago. So, I've been set with that Blu-ray for a while. Oh, you're watching Audition? I do have Audition. I can show it off. That arrived a few days ago. So I do have the Audition 4K. I'll be reviewing it sometime in June. Also got a shipping notification for Mortal Kombat. So that's going to be coming soon as well. Lots of good stuff to talk about. If you don't know about it, it's nothing. It's all stupid stuff you're probably better off not knowing. So just live in that world and be happy you don't know about it. I don't want to explain it because it's too much stupidity. I want Sin City. I'm going to Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez speaking event, July 2nd row. Awesome. Yeah, Sin City, that was a rumor that came out probably 5 years ago, and I think it was Dawn of the Discs and, the Disc Father, which he's been known as, like, 5 different names over the years, put that out there, and, I'm pretty sure I talked about that on a physical media report back in 2021, and that never happened. Hopefully it does at some point. You know, we're still waiting on From Dusk Till Dawn. Where the hell is that? Come on. That's probably my most wanted 4K. I don't think it'll be Nolan's first bomb because in my opinion, like his worst movie and a movie that bombed, but it wasn't really his fault because it was in the pandemic, but Tenet, I did not like Tenet at all. I want to rewatch it at some point. Maybe I'll change my thoughts, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. It's actually kind of weird how like I used to say that Nolan was a little overrated. And then, like, I saw, Oppenheimer really loved it, and then he started coming out a lot in support of physical media, and I just been on Team Nolan for probably about 3 years, and then they announced he was doing The Odyssey, which is, like, one of my favorite stories, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be so awesome, The Odyssey coming from Christopher Nolan." So, it's kinda weird that now I feel like everybody's turning on Nolan when I have arrived at actually liking him, when I used to say he was overrated, like, 5 or 6 years ago. But, yeah, so Tenet, I was not a big fan of, but I will rewatch at some point. I didn't love Dunkirk, but I appreciated, like, the technical achievement of Dunkirk. I just kinda thought that movie was a little overrated. I much preferred, 1917 that came out a couple years later, even though that was a different war, different director, but, like, as far as war movies, and technical achievement, I thought 1917 was much better done. So I've kinda been out on the previous 2 Nolan films before, Oppenheimer came out, which I loved Oppenheimer. So, Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a bomb. The movie's gonna make good money. It's gonna open to at least Oppenheimer opened to what, 80? I could see the Odyssey opening to 80 or 90, like maybe 100. Honestly, I could see it opening that much. Maybe not, but I could see it opening at least. Because I mean, Oppenheimer was a movie, it was like a biopic about the making of the atomic bomb, historical biopic. The Odyssey's more of like a fantasy mythology type movie. I could see that doing what, especially with games like God of War, like being so huge. Like I could see that movie doing at least 90 to 100 million opening weekend. So I don't think it's going to be a bomb. There's going to be people that review it poorly. It's already set up to happen. Like those people are going to attack it regardless of how good it is. That's just how it goes. But I think, critically, it'll probably come in at like, I don't know, 70, 80 on Rotten Tomatoes. It'll probably have an audience score of 70 or 80, and it'll probably make 90 to 100 million opening weekend. That's my prediction. I could be wrong, but that's my prediction. There's a great Helen of Troy TV movie with Sheena Gilroy as Helen from 2003. I haven't seen that. I have not seen that. Oh, thanks. Good to have you here, Frankie. Good to have you here. Uh, if I ever rewatch that piece of shit again, I will watch it with the audio commentary just to get some actual entertainment value out of the film. When you're 50, you'll be a homebody and you'll be dedicated, surrounded by sound speakers. Look, I will have my sound upgraded by the time I'm 50. I'm working on it. Yeah, by the time I'm 50, 55, hopefully I'll just be not doing much. Just, surrounded by my physical media, catching up on the stuff I haven't watched yet, which will probably be a lot by then. And I'll be having a great time because I love movies. Yeah, I need to get on it. I know. Use a hairdryer to get that ugly Walmart tag off there. Yeah, I need to. Goo Gone or something. Have watched The Rental yet? Oh, I like The Rental. We watched that during the pandemic. It was like on Hulu or something. I thought it was a really cool movie. It had a really cool ending to it. Um, let's see. Ken's top 3 movies of all time: Bubba Hotep, Madam Web, Return to Silent Hill. You're not wrong. They're up there. They're up there for sure. Air Mist on the House with Laughing Windows. From what I've seen and heard, Shameless 4K was superior. Huh? I thought The House with the Laughing Windows was a good 4K. I didn't love the movie, but it was a good 4K. Oh shit! Punched by an angel. All right, where am I at? I am still 27 minutes behind. What the hell? All right, guys, I gotta just get through this. Mel says the Lionsgate VHSs are widescreen and the boxes are so cheap they are falling apart. They're widescreen. What the hell? Everyone that bought one are falling apart. Damn. Lionsgate, how could you? You do a great job in your box sets, but you do a shitty job in your VHS box sets? Is late 30s, early 40s asked me what a 4K was. What? People just aren't in the know, are they? Yeah, it'd be nice for Choppy Mall and the Gate to get 4Ks. Yeah, it was. Look, I made a video on TerraVision like 3 or 4 months ago, and everybody jumped my ass. They said, "Ken, this is a small label. They are doing the best they can. Get off your high horse. You couldn't do any better." Everybody jumped my ass. Let me have it. And now it feels like 3 or 4 months later, it's shifted, and now everybody's against TerraVision. That's what happens when you gotta wait almost a year to get your Gator bait. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. I'm jumping way ahead. Right now on my list is Falling Down on 4K and also I guess Day of the Dead on 4K, but there's something about Falling Down on 4K and What was the other big one? Mortal Kombat, obviously, but there was another one. I don't know if it was Arrow that's doing it. Falling down on 4K. What? Oh, Eraser on 4K. Mars Attacks on 4K. Those two. Are we at 150 likes yet? 138, guys. We need 12 more likes and I'll give away Scream 7. Nobody wants Scream 7, I can tell. They're like, screw that. Give us something better than that shit. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, the 450. It doesn't do Dolby Vision. Are you kidding me? For $300, it doesn't do Dolby Vision. I think they're shipping I think I saw they were shipping the 90s. It was like ready or something. They were going to do it in the next couple of weeks. They just got their packaging and they shared it on their social media. They're terrible about sharing updates. They do it in like these hour-long social media posts that nobody's going to watch, and they're pretty bad about it. I actually just saw your video on Blu-rays to get and had just gotten Big Trouble in Little China, my favorite Blu-ray. Yeah, I just don't know if we're gonna get Big Trouble, you know? I just don't. I hope we do. It's crazy that we could potentially not get Big Trouble in Little China on 4K. It's just crazy. Like I feel like not me personally, but amongst like the physical media community, that ranks up there in the top 3 most wanted 4Ks. I actually did like a poll or something a couple of years ago where I was trying to figure out what the most wanted 4K was, and that was number 1. So it's crazy that it's possible that might not happen. Thank you, 73 Ocampo. I appreciate that. And then we also got a super chat for $5 from Philip Workman. Got the Breaking Bad Money Barrel. That's one of my, when that set came out, like I was the biggest Breaking Bad fan in the world. I had watched the series like probably 3 or 4 times all the way through. I loved it, but I just was not in a position financially to get that. I was like, my wife wasn't working. We just had our second kid. It was just a crazy time, and I had to like save every penny that I had. I couldn't get that, but I really wanted it. And I've thought so many times I just need to get on eBay and suck it up and just pick it up. But I'm really just holding out for that 4K. But yeah, together with Magnets released back when the series concluded. Magnets, Magnets, bitch. Holds disc back when the series concluded. Curious if you have it. I don't have it, man. I wish I did. I wish I did. One of my biggest regrets. I saw that. I do want to get that. Bound is Bound is great. I watched that for the first time a couple of years ago. It was a really good thriller. Really good thriller. Yeah, Gina Gershon, Jennifer Tilly. Really good thriller. I don't really get embarrassed about movies that I love. Maybe when I was younger, I might be like, I don't want to say that I love the movie 10 Things I Hate About You or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or like movies like that. But yeah, I'm not ashamed of anything. I love the movie La La Land. I saw that in the theaters back in 2016, and I'm not ashamed of anything that I like. Let's see. I bought a Panasonic 4K player and it's cheaper, but has Dolby Vision. I think that's the key to great pitch. Dolby Vision. You agree, Ken? Absolutely. Dolby Vision is make or break. I love Gummo. Gummo was fantastic. I say Gumbo was fantastic. Gummo was fantastic. Yeah, it is grimy and gross, but also I found it to be so like real and authentic. I just really enjoyed it. I try to go live every Wednesday, Emmett. Now I'm really making an effort to keep it up. All right, guys. Again, I apologize for any chats I'm missing. I cannot be on here all nights. I got to get off here probably in the next 10 minutes or so. But I appreciate everybody hanging out and talking movies and physical media. A lot of great questions tonight. Appreciate everybody's support that sent me super chats and stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you all. Dead Presidents on 4K. Yeah, I gave up on that and bought the DVD. So that's what I got. Some of my all-time favorite 96 may be the most important year for me in movies, because when I look at some of the movies that came out in 96, it's like I literally would not be a movie fan if it wasn't for some of these films. especially like the summer of '96, which I think might be the best summer for me personally of all time. Of all time. You had Mission Impossible, you had Twister, you had Independence Day, The Phantom, The Rock. Like it's incredible the amount of like great films came out in the summer of 1996. Memorable movies that you still think about and watch to this day. It's incredible. But yeah, 96 is up there for like one of the best years of the 90s for sure. Happy Gilmore, yeah, I was 10, like, for most of '96, I was 10, so I was seeing, like, everything in the theaters, and I that movie mean or that year means a lot to me personally just because of the age I was, and it's very important in my movie fandom. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go see Backrooms tomorrow night, I'm excited to check that out. Yeah, if my wife and I see it, we'll do a review on our channel. And if it comes out on 4K, it's likely I'll do a review on the channel of the 4K. Oh, the rental? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry it's not letting you send the message, but yes, I've seen the rental. I really enjoyed it. Really good, early 2020s horror movie. It's kind of underrated, honestly. All right, I'm still way behind. What is this is crazy. Oh, nice, Sweeney. Yeah, I'm glad you got it. It's been wild in the chat tonight, guys. You guys have been killing it, and I apologize. Because that's what happens. Because certain people on the social medias put stuff out there that's not true, and they run with it, and everybody else runs with it, and it gets out of control. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm really picky about who my sources are these days, or not that I have sources that aren't like everybody has. Everybody has access to the people that I do, but I'm just very picky about who I choose to report on stuff that's reporting on things, if that makes any sense. Just because I've been burned so many times in the past. What's up, Jordo? It's definitely wild for sure. My wife and I watched that last year, I think. Not as crazy as people made it out to be, but there's a couple of scenes in that film that definitely turned my stomach a little bit. Um, but it's not as crazy as I thought. I was expecting the wildest, craziest, most demented, grotesque torture movie of all time, and it's not that. Yeah, I didn't love Tenet. I did not. Damn, Adrian, you're still up at 4:22 in the morning, or did you just get up? Have you been asleep and you woke up and started watching me on YouTube? Yeah, I do trust Bill Hunt, even though Bill Hunt's been wrong too. Like he said things that are wrong, but he will at least have accountability for when he's wrong, and he'll retweet it and say, "Hey, I was wrong on this, and this is actually what it is." So there's accountability there. He's an actual person that I've seen do videos and shows and things like that, and actually talk in person about physical media. So, like, and he's out there, he's a name, he has his own website and things like that. Like, these other people are just faceless accounts that operate in the shadows. Sometimes they're right, but oftentimes they're not. So, let's see. Will you be picking up Fallout Season 2? I got Fallout. I showed it off a few weeks ago in a haul video. So yeah, I am going to be popping that in soon and checking out the first couple episodes just so I can talk about the picture quality and stuff in a video. But yeah, I do have that. I do have that already in the collection. I love the first season, thought it was great. I'm excited to jump into season 2. Um, all right, where are we at, guys? Oh, he definitely has a lot more hits than misses. I'm not super high on Inception. Sorry. I need to rewatch it though. It's been a while since I've seen it. I rewatched Interstellar recently. I love Interstellar. That's probably my favorite Nolan movie. That movie just hits for me and it holds up incredibly well and it only gets better with age. Um, so yeah, that's probably my favorite Nolan movie, but you know, the Dark Knight trilogy is great. The Prestige is great. Some of his earlier stuff I haven't seen. I haven't seen The Following. I still haven't seen. Have I seen it? I think I've seen Insomnia, but honestly, I'm not 100%. But most of his movies I've seen. You're right on the money on all those. All of those. You're right on the money. Adventures in Babysitting is wild that we haven't gotten a special edition of, but that's also Touchstone, so maybe not as wild as you think. Um, Uh, I hate to say it, but you're probably right. He's not a great lead in the stuff I've seen him in. I wasn't even a huge fan of Black Klansman. I thought that movie had like conflicting tones. I didn't feel like tonally it worked because it tried to be serious but also comedic at the same time. And sometimes that works, but with that movie in particular, I don't feel like Spike Lee balanced it very well. So I know a lot of people love that movie. I was not a big fan of it. But, yeah, he's not a bad actor by any means, but, like, he's in the shadows of his father, who's just a top 3 actor of all time, like, to a lot of people, so it's a tough break for him, for sure. It's an uphill battle. It's kinda like Colin Hanks, having to live in the shadows of his dad. Michelle, how could you say that? 1917, man, I saw that in the theaters. Oh, I loved it so much. I loved it so much. To me, that movie was just perfect. I love the one-shot gimmick. I totally bought into it. I love the story. I love the performances. On a technical level, performance level, story level, the score by Thomas Newman was amazing. Everything worked for me in that movie. When I came out of that, I was like, that was a 10 out of a 10. Like, that was just one of my favorite movies of that year. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Troy Before the Odyssey as well. So Dead Alive didn't happen on Vinegar Syndrome. I don't think it did, no. Did they do No, Dead Alive, no, that did not happen. I was thinking of Dead or Alive from earlier. No, Dead Alive is not out yet. Um, I don't know who that's gonna come out from. That remains to be seen at this time, honestly. Alright, where are we at on likes? Did we hit I'm just gonna give it away anyway. If we didn't hit 150, that's okay. I appreciate you guys being here. So for whoever is brave enough to get the code for Scream 7 and enjoy the shittiness of this film. Here you go. I can't watch his 1917, but doesn't watch Saving Private Ryan. I will get to Saving Private Ryan. I'm gonna be honest. Might be a hot take. I tend to like World War One movies better than World War Two. I do. I like the World War One setting, the aesthetic, more than World War Two. That might be a hot take. I don't know. That's why I love Paths of Glory. Um, I am not feuding with Dead Pit that I know of. I was live with them recently, and I feel like they acknowledged me in the live. I feel like we had a conversation, but maybe not. But at least on my end, I am not feuding with Dead Pit. I love Dead Pit. I watch Dead Pit. And I've had Dead Pit on this channel several times in the past. So don't start shit. I'm not feuding with anybody, okay? Nobody, no feuds on my end. I love everybody. Okay. That's honest. Real talk. Stranger Things on 4K. To Live and Die in LA, 4K might be a good 4K. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I thought Kino did a good job. I can't wait for Mars Attacks. There's a lot of work that needs to be done at that Gator Bake, bro, to get that working right. There's a lot of work. Now you make us watch Scream 7. Oh shit. My wife owns Big Trouble. Should I sell it behind her back? It depends on what edition it is. If it's the Scream Factory edition with the slipcover or the steelbook, go ahead. You'll get $100, $120, $130 for it. If it's just the regular 20th Century Fox Blu-ray, that's not worth it. That's not worth a fight. That's only about $20 or $30. You know. Yeah, I would be down for a Kurt Russell box set. If Imprint wanted to do that, I would be down for it. Again, I see you all in the chat. There is no feuds on my ends. Okay. If Planet CHH or Dead Pit has a problem with me, I can't speak to that. But I got no problems with anybody. Don't put that on me. Go in their chat and ask them about me and why they told me to shut up or they ignored me. Ask them. There's no feud or beef on my end. I'm fine with everybody. Worst big movie 4K for me. It's Backdraft. I actually haven't watched that 4K. It's got a nice steelbook though. Is the 4K bad? I still need to watch it. Do you think we're getting Scooby Doo? I feel like that's Warner Brothers. So maybe I could see him maybe Arrow Video doing a double pack of those. But I don't know. It's James Gunn. Oh, damn. The first Scooby Doo movie's got 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's crazy. It's Warner Brothers. It's possible. You know, it'd be cool Arrow Video box set if they did both of those. Yeah, Marshmallow was good. I don't know if it's a movie I need like a special edition of, but it was a good movie. Bound would pair very well with Body Heats, for sure. They're both kind of noir thrillers. I still need to watch Ghost World. That's got a Criterion, doesn't it? Probably. Maybe just because there's not really a market for it anymore. I don't know if people would buy it like they used to. So I don't know. I don't know the reference. I haven't seen the movie, but I haven't heard if it comes with a stick of butter or not. Yeah, Happy Gilmore, banger. Banger. I got to do a video soon about, you know, movies that are stuck on DVD. I know there's a lot of people doing those, but there's a lot of movies I love that are stuck on DVD. I just want to talk about and just bitch about how they're not coming to Blu-ray or 4K and why that is. And What About Bob is definitely one of those movies. So yeah, coming soon. I almost don't even count that as physical media anymore. I know, blasphemy. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching some DVDs soon, you know? I got the plasma in here. They tend to look okay on my 42-inch plasma TV, so I'll check them out in here in the office when I'm doing some other stuff. Um, and I'll watch like Dead Presidents, and I'll watch Captain Ron and What About Bob and some of the other movies I've gotten. I really don't want to watch them on my OLED because the last time I watched a DVD on my OLED, it didn't look great. Yeah, I mean, 97's a banger too. I mean, you can pretty much turn most years into great years, like, if you really just break it down. But I feel like for me, 96 is just, like, really personal. Um, really personal. Yeah, the N64 too came out that year, and, like, Mission Impossible had an N64 tie-in video game that I played all the time. I just thought it was the coolest game. And, so I watched the movie all the time, I played the game, and it was just a great time in my life. Do I? Do I? I feel like I have some people that may be fans in this chat. I have 200 people in here right now. I feel like at least probably 150 are here hate watching me, and the other 50 are probably fans. I think that's how the split goes. But I appreciate the support nonetheless. Um, yeah, I mean, I already got it on Blu-ray. I did not order it on 4K. I didn't get Explorers. I'm holding off on those. I'm holding off on those. To be clear, I'm not saying anybody's lying about anything. I'm just saying that people tend to put stuff out there and it just doesn't happen because they're just misrepresenting what they're actually saying or or the information that's actually been put out there. They're misrepresenting it. And just because a survey went up on a website doesn't mean that that title is going to get a 4K. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. It definitely has some very effective scenes for sure. It's a little bit more methodical than I thought it was gonna be. I just thought it was gonna be a little bit more like batshit kinda crazy stuff, but it's a little bit more, kinda slow and procedural. Um, yeah, I mean, it's a matter of getting the rights. I'm sure they would love to release a lot of that stuff, but they'd have to get the rights to it. I mean, John Waters works a lot with Criterion, so I don't know. It's also a movie I've only seen once, and, maybe I'll rewatch it again and I'll understand a misunderstood masterpiece. I don't know. Alright, guys, where am I at? I'm still 13 minutes behind. I've been trying to catch up this whole time, guys. I've been trying, I swear. Will you be picking up the Grand Theft Auto 6 video game? Um, I would love to get back into gaming, I really would. I'm sure it's gonna be a great game, but, probably not. And, but also, I don't think that game's coming out until I'm, like, 55 years old. So I probably won't have to worry about it until then. So maybe by the time it comes out, I'll be back into gaming and I'll play it. But yeah, I wish I had more time to game. I just don't. So probably not. Like if I could get a game right now, I would get the new 007 game and play that. But I just don't have the time. Oh, nice! You got bringing out the dead. That was a really good 4K. Some great special features. There was a new feature on that with new features with Scorsese and Nicolas Cage on that release. It was a phenomenal release by Paramount. I did see Hokum. I did not love Hokum. I thought it was okay. Um, but there's a lot of people that really like that movie. I thought the movie was like watching paint dry, and to me, that's not a great time. But it was fine. It was fine. I may rewatch it again at some point. You know. He did do Memento. I still need to watch Memento. I haven't seen Memento either. That was the other one I was trying to think of. Yeah, I need to watch Inside Man. All right, guys. Trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. Oh my goodness. Band of Brothers is better than Saving Private Ryan. I haven't seen Band of Brothers either. You sold me on Interstellar. I took Fight Club out to give Interstellar a first watch. Really? You're gonna love it, man. I just that movie is something else. It really is. I love it. Did we get another super chat? What's going on over here? Oh, Plane 9, good times and $1.99. Ken, are you watching the Darkness docs? In the Darkness docs? No, what is that? What is that, Plane 9? I don't know. In the Darkness docs? What is that? Let's see. No, I have no idea. Oh, In Search of Darkness? Is that what you're talking about? I watched the first one, if that's what you're talking about. I haven't seen 2 and 3 yet. But I love the first one. Bootzilla says, I subscribed to your channel a week ago and watched a Fight Club review. You are awesome and really take the time to review the 4K thoroughly. I tried to, I don't feel like every 4K I review is as thorough as I would like it to be, but I try to at least offer some thoughtful commentary other than here's the 4K. It's available on this date. Have fun. I try to offer at least something of value to the reviews that I do. Okay. But thank you. I appreciate that. Let me give you I don't feel like I've been doing the clips, so I need to do a clip real quick. And I've got another digital code to give away, guys. I forgot. Let me go grab it while this clip is playing. All right, I'm back. All right, so I got ginger snaps in yesterday, I think. And this is a Vestron video release that has a digital code. So here's another code as promised. There we go. So yeah, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. It's been a great stream. And but yeah, I think those are the only 2 new codes I have. I also got the Haunting. Everybody told me to get this. They said, Ken, you're sleeping on the Haunting and you need to get that 4K. So I got it. So I'm going to try to review that and Ginger Snap soon. All right, let me get back in the chat. I'm out of breath just because I got up and walked in the living room. I wanted to watch it on Memorial Day, but I woke up and I was like, I'm feeling Lone Star today on 4K, so that's what I watched. I am beefing with everyone always. Look, I always say I don't have beef with anybody. Everybody has beef with me. Okay, that's all I'll say. And I do think that Christian was joking, by the way, but maybe he wasn't. Who knows? How many titles do you think a year that Arrow Video sublabel? I don't know. I mean, they've announced 5. I doubt they're going to announce 5 every month, along with Arrow Video's 5 or 6 or 7 every month. So that was probably just them getting their slate out for the next few months, maybe. So maybe like 2 a month will be coming from Toy Robot. Oh, I'll definitely won't forget. I'm digging deep. Toy Story 5 gets a 4K slipcover edition. I don't know. That's not the model with Pixar. They've just been doing the Steelbook and they've been doing the DVD and the regular Blu-ray. So I don't see that being any different for Toy Story. Michelle's beefing with me over Existence. Michelle, look, when it's all said and done, I will sell you Existence, for a good price. I will not gouge you. I just have to come to terms with the fact that I don't need all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I have. If I don't like the movie, I can just sell it. Which I didn't hate Existence. I just thought it was okay. Maybe at some point, a few years down the line, maybe you'll get it. But I'll keep it warm for you until that day comes. It'll be in great condition when you get it. We Were Soldiers I've seen. I do like that movie. I've seen a lot of the Mel Gibson war movies. I love The Patriots and We Were Soldiers and, isn't there Braveheart, obviously. I doubt you'll see Arrow do The Sopranos. If that comes out on 4K, it'll probably just be Warner Brothers that puts that out. It's a HBO movie or HBO show. I should see a lot of movies, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Uh, yeah, but that really that kills me. I used to love that movie. I watched it all the time. But yes, that's another one that's just on DVD, never got a Blu-ray. All right, let's see. Guys, you're killing it with the super chats. I really appreciate it. Love one another, JC, $5. Thank you for always having a great attitude and being articulatively consistent in your delivery of information. I don't feel like I'm the most articulate. I stumble and I fumble all over my words all the time, but I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate the super chat for sure. But like I said, I try to give you all good information. I try to give you good information, you know. Not saying that other people don't, but that's what I strive for. That is my number one priority, always. All right, let me give you
It's coming! It's headed right for us!
it's already here. Great 1996 summer movie, Twister. Let's see. Yeah, I used to love that movie. I remember like being a kid watching that film and it made me really sad. It's a very sad movie, but it's a good movie. Long movie too. Ruthless People. I watched that for the first time last year. I've got bootleg Blu-rays of some of this stuff, so I've got it on physical media. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, I watched for the first time last year. Ruthless People. There's another one that's there's a lot of that 80s touchstone stuff like Splash and My Science Project. A lot of that stuff is touchstone. Can't Buy Me Love. Yeah, there's a lot. There's just so much that's been neglected over the years, and it's all Disney's fault. It's literally all Disney's fault. So, um, yeah, Down and Out in Beverly Hills. That was a good movie. I enjoyed Down and Out in Beverly Hills. And also Beverly Hills, Beverly Hillbillies, I think is also Disney. I think that's Touchstone or Fox or something. I think the consensus is that it's Troy, but it could also be Misery, maybe both. Maybe both. Angel Heart didn't Angel Heart get a Lionsgate limited steelbook? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you said that. Yeah. I'm all for multiple options. I think that, but I think there's a Studio Canal standard version though. I think. It's tough. I think the 80s had the more iconic films and definitely had more franchises that have stood the test of time, but I feel like the 90s probably has better movies. That was the rise of the independent film, and you got a lot of good shit in in the 90s. There's a lot of good, like, under the radar, like, hidden gems. A lot of great stuff in the 80s too, but I feel like a lot of the hidden gems or under the radar, more obscure films from the 80s are not as good as the obscure movies from the 90s, if that makes any sense. And I feel like the highs were a little bit higher in the 90s than the 80s, but it's just different. The 80s was more like everything was positive, blockbuster movies, iconic movies, franchises, colorful characters, performances. Horror movies were huge during this time. You're getting a lot of really cool horror films. It was just bigger, it just felt like. Whereas the 90s a little bit quieter, a little bit more reserved, but I feel like you got better movies in the 90s. But they're both great decades for their own reasons, and they both got iconic, timeless movies. I honestly feel like the 1-2 punch in the 80s, 90s, I don't know if anything will ever beat it. So yeah. Uh, Well, I'm glad to hear that. So I'm glad I'm one of the 4. It's better than not being one of the 4, you know? Sweezies hate watching hard right now. Let's see. All right, guys. I was gonna get off here like a half hour ago, but everybody's bringing the conversation and the questions and trying to stay in here as long as I can. I did want to see I Love Boosters. I haven't got a chance to see it yet. I'm hoping it sticks around for another week, so maybe I can see it next week. But with those like really smaller independent movies, they don't tend to stick around very often. So I'm afraid it's going to go away before I can see it in the theaters. But yeah, I do want to see it. I do want to see it. I hope so. I hope Paramount gets off their ass and puts out a 4K box set. Yeah, everybody's loving the Obsession. I will see the Furies. I've been hearing great things about it. I do plan to see that. I do plan to see that. Is Life Force Scream Factory did a really good 4K of it, but I think the Arrow version has both the director's cut and the theatrical version on 4K, whereas the Scream Factory did not. So if you care about that, I would say get the Arrow version, which I'm pretty sure is still available, but it's a UK version. So you're probably gonna have to go on Diabolic or Orbit or Arrow Video's UK website to order that. Whereas the Scream Factory version over here probably a little bit cheaper, but again, you only get that if you don't care about the director's cut on 4K because the Arrow version has both. And also there's an imprint version that I think has both as well. Oh, Adam over at Movies 365. Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the game as far as 4K reviews. Adam's actually been on this channel once. He was on a roundtable back in early 2023. But yeah, Adam's awesome. I am a fan of Adam. Does some great stuff. I need to watch The Haunting 63. I got that. Is that the one I got? Yeah, that is the one. She's not going with me. I'm taking my son tomorrow. I'm taking my son tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here. I don't know. I got it on Blu-ray. I feel like I'm good. I if I get it, it'd just be because it's part of a franchise and I need it on 4K. But I don't even have the Danny Boyle 28 years later yet. I own 28 weeks later on DVD. Like it's just my 28 collection is all inconsistent anyway. So do I really need it? I feel like I'm fine with just my Blu-ray of that movie. So I don't plan to get it as of right now. What seems to be my boggle with the other like I said, I have no issue with anybody. I don't. You'd have to go ask them. I don't have any issue with anybody at all. You'd have to ask Frank. Go ask Frank what his issue is with me. Frank, what's your problem with me? I'm sick of it. Just come out with it already. Quit beating around the bush. Of course, I'm talking about Frank's Media and Reviews, who's in the chat right now. Go check out Frank. He's on YouTube. He has a great channel. Talks about physical media. He buys all the expensive box sets, all of them. Like he's got the good shit over there. So go check him out. See, Frank, even though you hate me and talk shit about me all the time, I still promote your channel. You know what? Because that's the kind of guy I am. Oh yeah, I forgot about that clip. Hold on.
It stinks! Someplace stinks!
Sometimes that's how I feel the other physical media content creators on YouTube. That's what they think about me. They're like, oh, Canon mid-level media? This is what I think about him.
It stinks! Someplace stinks!
That guy mid-level media? He stinks. There you go. That's my best sly that you're going to get tonight. Finally, it's about time. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. I had over about 250 people in here at one point, and I could barely get 100 likes. again, 150 people are here hate watching. The other 75 to 100 are actual fans and want to be here. I have seen Miller's Crossing. It is a great Coen Brothers movie. Really love it. All right. So Q, what's going on, Q? Q's got a great physical media channel as well. Go check him out. And from my knowledge, I don't think Q has talked crap about me yet. He might have, but I don't think he has. Maybe. I wouldn't care if he had, honestly. Damn, you're still on. We still in 2026. We are. I'm still on. I was supposed to be out of here a while ago, but I'm still here trying to read the comments. You know, I try to get to everybody in the chats. I try to. I do remember all the drama with Sue. Again, all I can say is, for one, that was stupid. She was just being open and honest and sharing her experience in this hobby, and it was stupid that she got any kind of backlash for that. But for another, I don't know what happened with her and Dead Pit, and I don't care. I don't care about Slipcover Steve. He's, from what I hear, he's like, got like a parody channel. Like, I wouldn't even take him seriously. I don't even know if he's still making videos. I don't care. I have no problem with anybody. You're on YouTube. You put yourself out there. You do whatever you want. You face repercussions maybe from the audience, but do whatever you want. I don't have any problem with anybody. Okay. Again, go talk to these people. See if they have beef with me. I don't have beef with anybody. All right. But you know, it is what it is. $5 super chat. I've seen the rental. I answered that earlier, Campo. I'm sorry if you didn't hear me, but I have seen it and I really enjoyed it. Dan Stevens is in that movie. It's got one of the Francos. It's got Dave Franco. Isn't Allison Brie? Or no, wasn't it directed by Dave Franco? I think it was directed by Dave Franco, and Allison Brie was in the movie with Dan Stevens. But it was a cool movie. It had a really cool ending too. I won't spoil it, but Frank is a bad influence. Shun him for it. Him and his one Clays. What shun? All right, guys, it's past my bedtime. I love everybody. No beefs here. Thank you all for being here. I don't have any beefs with anybody in the comments section, in the chats. Even if you guys say shitty things sometimes, I have no beef with you. Okay? Anybody that watches and supports, you're all cool with me. But so thank you all so much. Tomorrow, got a review for Scream 7 coming out. I got some Kino reviews coming later this week. Look out for the Haunting 4K. My Arrow announcements video will be this Friday. Physical media never stops. My most anticipated for June will probably be on Sunday. Physical media report next Monday. Ginger Snaps 4K review. Look, I don't have time to beef with people because I got a lot of stuff going on over here. Okay, with physical media, that's what I'm focused on. But thank you all so much. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Comment after the stream. I would appreciate that. And I will see you guys next time.